take a seat. Get ready for a treat. We're going to do motivation on demand, and we're doing it now. So look, if you're actually here live right now, if you're live, you're going to have a little bit different of experience than if you're not live. So if you're live right now, welcome. If you're not live, hey, welcome as well. If it's your first time here, glad to have you. If you're not, it's not your first time, welcome back. For those of you who are brand new, here's how it works. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. You can be watching this on any one of the platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. Wherever you're watching, though, get into the comment section, go into the chat section, go into the comment section, and forgot to hit the button. All right, so if you're here on my bad Instagram, I'm leaving you guys out. If you're here, just get into the comments and literally type in whatever words you want. It could be any word that you want, and if you type the word, I'll say it on the spot. So, give me a challenge. Give me a challenge. Throw a word out or a phrase out, something that you don't think I can work into a motivational talk. And what I'll do is I'm going to work it into a motivational talk on the spot. Yeah, live, as soon as this song is over. In fact, I'm going in. And yeah, we're going to work it out just like that. We're going to work it out just like that. I literally have no rhyme or reason to what we're going to talk about today other than, let's see, will this mess up the audio? I might mess up the audio right here. We're going to fix it if so. No, I didn't mess it up. Okay, there we go. Good for me. Sometimes when I'm pressing the buttons, I tend to mess a little something up, but yeah, we're all good. All right, guys. Yeah, get in those comments. Oh, I see something already. Perfecto. Get in these comments. All right, so we got, okay, we're going deep today. We're going to go, okay, so far we got pain. All right. And you could add to it, right? Whatever word you want me to work through, that's cool too. So, but that works out. It is pain. I'm with that. All right. So if you're just joining, you can definitely join in and add a word. But for now, I'm going to run with this. Yeah, I'm going to run with this. All right. So when did it happen? When did somebody tell you that everything you do is going to be something that you enjoy? When did we change to start telling folks that whatever it is that you're going to do, right? That journey is going to be joyous and awesome. It's going to be just like the movies. It's going to be just amazing. Everything you do is going to be enjoyable. When did this start to happen? Maybe it's because a lot of people today are removed from the process of how something gets to them or how something gets done. I mean, just think about the issue of just growing food. Most people have no idea the things that have to happen before that thing gets to you. So, but when did we go wrong? Like when did we start becoming so soft that, and I'm gonna say it again. I think for large and part, a lot of folks, we've gotten soft. When did people start to expect that now if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in the corporate world, if you have a goal, that there wasn't going to be a hard part of the equation. There wasn't going to be an uncomfortable part of the equation. There wasn't going to be a part where you're like, man, this kind of sucks. This sucks. I tiled a bathroom one time, and there's the beautiful part at the end when you see it all, but then there's a part that just sucks. Laying out the subfloor and the laminate and all that, it just sucks. There's nothing good about that or enjoyable about that other than understanding why you're doing what it is you're doing. If you remember why you're doing what you're doing, then it can carry you through those hard things. But a lot of folks are seeming to forget that anything you do is going to be stacked with a bunch of steps that are not fun. They're not enjoyable. It's not something that you wake up and you're excited to go do. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm going to love doing this. And I talked to my kids about this the other day, and I try to bring it up as much as I can. I did an earlier video on it on my Instagram, and the title of it is basically called, which is easy because this is one of my words here, is pick your pain. It's pick your pain. So what I mean by that is this. You're not going to avoid pain. Let me say that again. You are not going to avoid pain. If you're living this life, you're going to have pain. Some pain is completely unavoidable, right? Like the pain of loss and those types of things. Maybe it's things happen, right? But I'm talking about the pain you get to pick. And the pain you get to pick is the thing you do to get the outcome, or the outcome you get because you didn't do the thing. Did you get that? The picking of the pain is the pain of what it takes to get to the outcome, or the pain of the outcome you got because you didn't do what it takes to get the outcome you wanted. Does that make sense to you? If it's a financial goal, if it's a physical goal, if it's a relationship goal, it's a business goal. You got people out there saying, I want to be married. It's like, great. Are you doing what's required to be this type of spouse that'll attract the mate that you want? Or I want to run a successful business. Are you doing all the things? Are you doing what it takes? Are you doing what it takes? I was watching, there was regionals this weekend for wrestling. My daughter was there for the state of Texas, right, her region. And there was a girl there, and she was up 11-2. 11-2. She was beating this girl. She took her down. This girl, they'll both remain nameless, but girl one is beating this girl up. 11-2. She's taking her down, letting her up, getting her reverse, getting this, getting that, near fall points, which means you're almost pinned. And she's just doing great, doing fantastic. And then the end of the first period happens. She's feeling good. They get back in it, and she's just kicking butt, just doing her thing. Pop, 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 pop. Just move after move after move after move. It's working. Points. 11-2. It's at this point. We're almost about halfway through the second period, and I see on the clock there's about a minute left, and you see a look on her face change. Something just changed. It was her conditioning. She was starting to run out of gas, and you saw it. I mean, you could literally see her face change. The first two periods, now she's in this wrestling match. The first two periods, she's kicking butt and taking names. But then something just, about a minute left. The match is going to be over in 1 minute, 60 seconds. If you can just hold on, you win. You can see it in her face. That panic, like I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is not going to go. This is not going. You can see it. And the other girl noticed. Maybe noticed the muscles getting a little weak. Maybe noticed the fight was leaving this other girl. So she turns it on. And she starts to turn. You can see her face. And I'm looking at her, oh yeah, it's over. She's quit. She has let her physical condition got here, and she quit. She laid down, she quit. She's done. And she got pinned. She lost. 32 seconds left in the match, and she lost. Now, this is a prime example of, pick your pain. So here you have the outcome. She wanted to, this girl, right? This girl wanted to win. I was looking at my daughter. We were watching that match. I'm like, please don't let that ever be you. She's like, Dad, never. I would never let that be me. She was winning. Remember, she was up. Guys, she was winning 11-2. It wasn't like. And then because her conditioning wasn't right. Now, when I say conditioning, I'm talking about a month ago doing sprints. I'm talking about doing stance in motion and bear crawls. I'm talking about the thing that nobody sees. I'm talking about the real tough stuff, right? The stuff that you're like, oh my, this is horrible. Pain. Remember earlier I said, pick your pain. So it's either the pain of doing what's required to get the outcome you want, or the pain of the outcome you got because you didn't do what was required. So in her example, of course, she didn't do what was required. You see, to know the moves was one thing, but you also have to have the conditioning, because when it's a minute left and your muscles start to seize up and your lungs are on fire and you're feeling like I can't go anymore, it's the month ago in the hot mat room when you're doing all the work, when you're running stadiums, when you're doing all the things that nobody sees. That's when that pain matters. That's all of a sudden when you're like, oh wow, this is what we mean when we say pick your pain. You get to pick, which one do you want? Do you want the outcome that you desire, or right? Or do you want the outcome you desire, or do you want the outcome that you're gonna get? Because if you pick your pain and you say, you know what, I'm gonna do what's required now. I'm gonna do the work now, so that's never me. I'm never gonna be the one sitting there with seconds left to go. Seconds left to go in the match. And I give up. Because you don't have it in you. You don't have what it takes. You can't just get it out of nowhere. You got to do the work. You got to put it in. Pick your pain. I'm telling you, pick the pain today of what it requires. And yes, it's painful. Yeah, nobody likes to do that. Nobody likes conditioning. In your business, there's things that you don't like to do either. Do those things now so you can get what you want to get later. Pick it. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. At least it's yours in the beginning. At least it's yours before the outcome, right? That's when you have a choice. Because at the end, you ain't got no choice. The choice will be made for you. If you don't make the choice will be made for you. If you don't set the day, if you don't set intention for the day, somebody's going to set it for you. Some of y'all right now, your calendar is a suspect because you haven't planned the day. You're just going to let it plan you. And then you wonder why things don't get done. You wonder why outcomes don't work your way. You wonder. Don't wonder. You're not doing what's required. Pick your pain. Pick your pain, please. Choose. You choose. You be in control. Take care of business, y'all. Take care of business. Hey, back to you, Gertz T. Appreciate you. Hey, look, I hope this was valuable to you guys. Pick your pain. Yeah, yes, pain is inevitable. Yeah. Pick it, though. You want to be the one giving, not having what it takes, 30 seconds left? Or do you want to be the one that finishes the job because you picked your pain? You picked your pain. You did what you needed to do, even if you didn't want to do it, because who wants to do it? Who wants to endure pain? Nobody. But I'll tell you what, you're going to endure it one way or the other. Either you pick it or somebody's going to pick it for you. Your choice. If I were you, I'd put myself in the driver's seat. All right? Look, if you came late, you just saw the tail end of Motivation on Demand. It's real simple. You get on here, and today the word was pain. But you can give me a word. You can give me any word you want. It can be a random word. Challenge me. Try to throw me off. I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to work it out. I came ready, too. Yeah. So you give me the word, I'll work it into a talk, all right? Period. Yeah, I'll work it into a talk. Pick your pain. Game Speed says 0 defects defense. Oh, yeah. Probably some pain that goes into figuring out what the defects are, right? Either you figure out the defects now, or your opponent is going to figure out the defects in the game. Right? You figure it out, or somebody going to figure it out for you. When do you want to find out there's a hole in your boat? When you're out in the middle of the sea and you're going to die, or when you're on the dock and you can change it? Come on now. All right, y'all. Be good. I'll holler at you later.